girls. Ladies and gentlemen, he's on stage right now, the star of Supernatural and the Gilmore Girls, Mr. Jared Padalecki.
Hi guys. Wow. Can y'all do the voice modulator thing where I sound real sexy and I'm like, hey. Hi, thank y'all so much for coming to see me and listen to me jibber jabber about a bunch of stupid, useless stuff that I have to say. There are a lot of Melbournes, huh? Melbourne? Am I saying it right? Someone correct me. Melbourne. I love also, I found out when I was doing the autographs that when we spell something, we say, like if I was to spell the, I'd say T-H-A, and y'all say T-H, like with that. I dig it. Awesome. Do I have like disco music?
I just really wanted to say that I like your Texan accent, and I was just wondering if you could show it off.
Like just put it out there.
Yes.
Maybe I'll drop my like LA talk and kind of. It's just lazy. Like Texas speech is just lazy, right? I mean, it's like if I get tired or drunk, which I don't do, then I sort of just go, you know, hey guys, what's going on? Like y'all guys. I think I say y'all guys a lot, which I think I offended 2 girls today when I said y'all guys. And they were like, first off, it's not y'all. We're not guys. I'm sorry, you 2 girls. So it'll come out if y'all catch me off guard.
Okay, quick question time. You've just been shooting on a movie.
I did.
Yeah. Do you have any major mistakes that you did during the movie, or anything that's still
Major mistakes?
Yeah.
I hope not.
And the other thing is, that's if you're entertained on the trip back in case you get diverted.
Let's see what this is. I got diverted on the way here. I got diverted and delayed. I'm gonna go with the present first. Is this for me to keep? Thank you. Yes. Oh, remember what I was talking about with heart? It's gonna be that all over again, because it's gonna be that all over again because I've got some rockin' candy. Thank you. Thank you, kick ass. Kick butt. Kick bollocks. I'm trying to get the Australian accent down. I think, and mistakes, that's a funny question. There have been, it's weird, I try not to use the word mistake a lot or regret. No. This is just something that I sort of feel, like life is not promised and life is a learning experience. And I think if you're dishonest with yourself and you sort of think you're supposed to be one way or you're supposed to be another way, then you put too much pressure on yourself to be something that you might not necessarily want to be or do something that you might not necessarily want to do. And so I sort of just see everything as a learning experience and try to become better for it.
What was the most annoying episode physically?
The most annoying episode physically? That's a good question. It would have to be, you know what? What was a really tough episode physically was the very first one we ever did after the pilot. It was called Wendigo. And we had just kind of gotten used to our characters, and we had just these little tennis shoes. I had like these little Puma shoes that I love, but we had to run through the woods a lot. And so just like twisting ankles and like bruising up your legs, running into trees and stuff like that. So Wendigo was really tough. I think the toughest or most annoying episodes physically are the ones where you're running around a lot, because, you know, when you're shooting a movie or a television show, it's like, okay, run as fast as you can that way. You're like, okay, and you do it, and you're like, okay, I'm a little tired, but I'm cool. They're like, okay, we gotta do take 2. Run as fast as you can that way. You're like, okay. So you do it, you're like, get a little tireder, and they're like, okay, we're done. You're like, thank God. And they're like, okay, put the cameras over here. Run as fast as you can that way. Like, I just ran as fast as I could, and so by the last take, you're like waddling as fast as you can. So any of the running scenes are kind of annoying. Thank you.
I probably sound really, really strange asking you this, but can I have a hug?
Yes, you can have a hug. She's trying to pull me to her. easy enough to answer.
There's one thing I noticed when you came here, is that I noticed that you're really, really tall. You know, he's like massive.
Yeah.
It's like, what I wanted to know is, did that have much of an impact on you when you were auditioning for the part?
Big time. You know what? My height, for those who I haven't stood next to, I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm like 6'4" in the States. So I don't know what the conversion equation is, but I think I'm like 197 or something like that. 193? Cool. 193. And it didn't have too bad of an effect on this role because I've been doing Gilmore Girls for 5 years, and so they knew how tall I was. But other roles, if you're trying out for somebody's son, like I tried out for a movie where I was going to play Jane Seymour's son, and I'm a big fan of Jane Seymour, but she's like 5'0". And so I don't think they wanted to see a scene where it's like, hey mom, and then I'm like leaning down to hug her. So it's tough when you have to play somebody's son. Or daughter if you're a girl, but hopefully I won't be playing anybody's daughter anytime soon. But for this role, it's all right. And Jensen's tall. Jensen's like 6'1", which I'll go to my conversion factor, people. 185. He's 185, I'm 190. So it was fine, because he's tall.
Are you enjoying your time in Australia?
What about Christopher Columbus?
Are you enjoying your time in Australia?
I'm really enjoying my time in Australia. I love Australia. I love Australians. I've been here now twice for a couple months per time, and I have the best time here. I always do. People are so welcoming and so relaxed. It reminds me a lot of Texas, just in that people, it's okay to just do whatever you do. It's okay to just be somewhere hanging out. You don't have to like be talking about your agency or be talking about your managers, or you can just talk about footy.
If you had to be a demon or a witch or a vampire, which would you be in the show if you weren't Sam?
If I had to be a demon, a witch, or a vampire. Demon would be pretty cool, but I'd go with vampire. You know? Cool teeth and stuff like that. Actually, I'd love to fly, so I'd have to do vampire.
Hi, Jared.
Hi.
I was wondering, what do you think is the funniest episode?
What do I think is the funniest episode? I think the funniest... Which one? The Trickster episode is funny. Yeah, what was that one called? That was called Tall Tales. Yeah, I'd have to go with Tall Tales, because that was a lot of fun to shoot. We each had some funny stuff to do, and we got pranks played on us. My favorite episode, funny-wise, to shoot was Bad Day at Black Rock, which is keep on falling down and stuff like that. My favorite part of that episode, and I always laugh whenever I see it, is when we go into the restaurant, I forget what it's called, but we go to the restaurant and they take a picture of us, and Sam is like, we should, and Dean's like this. Like, he's so excited. And so every time I see that episode, I always talk about how much it makes me laugh, because he looks like he's 5 years old. He's so excited that he won free food for a year. Yeah, so I'd have to